Hey guys, welcome to my channel. After my first video, I was asked a lot of questions about, my diagnosis for azoospermia, and which in essence is little or no, in my case, no sperm in your ejaculation. And first of all, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you or your partner suspect that there's male infertility in your relationship. Um, and just to let you know, with the research that I've done, that's perfectly normal for a lot of couples. Unfortunately, it affects millions of people across the world, or millions of men for male infertility, and of course, there's female infertility as well. But I was asked lots of questions about my situation. And if you check me on my channel, you'll see the other video there where I talk about different supplements that I take and different medications that I take to hopefully help with the IVF cycle that my wife and I are currently doing. But, I figured I'd make a quick video basically to talk about, how I found out about it. And first of all, if you're a guy watching this, don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared. And don't be nervous about anything that has to happen for you to find out about your situation. My situation, it's 2018 right now. My situation I knew about back in 2004. I was married back in 2004 to my first wife, and had suspected that something was going on. So we went in and I did a semen analysis. As a man, just be prepared. You're going to be masturbating a lot, and you're going to be watching a lot of porn in the doctor's office. Hopefully that's not a deal breaker, because they do a lot of semen analyses, to figure out, as well as blood work, but to figure out, what is going on in your body and if it's something that can be fixed. So back in 2004, I did the semen analysis and come to find out that there was no sperm in my ejaculate. So, we went through and didn't really do much about it at that time, mostly because I ended up getting a divorce. I suspect part of the reason was because that at the time I was infertile, and I know she wanted to have a child really bad. So I'm not going to say that was the reason, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it. Fast forward to 2008 when my current wife and I got married. And, I, of course, explained to her that, what had happened during the first tests, and how the potential was there that, I might not be able to father children of my own. But I did say, whatever it takes, I'm willing to do it, so on and so forth. So we ended up making an appointment for me to go to the urologist. I live in a different city now, so I went to a different urologist than I did the first time. Going to this urologist came up with the same result, but he said, hey, this is out of my wheelhouse. This isn't something that I'm really proficient in. So he ended up sending me to a specialist. Went to the specialist. Of course, again, last time, you have to do a semen analysis. This time, new guy, you have to do a semen analysis. So just be prepared for that, and of course, more blood work. Once this part was done, it came back and he said, listen, we're going to have to do an ultrasound, where they take the ultrasound and they just go around your testicles and see if, hey, is there something going on in your testicles that, maybe can be fixed. Painless, completely painless. So if you're also embarrassed about having your penis out, showing it out, you're going to get used to it real quick, because unfortunately that's where everything happens, and that's the part that's going to have to come out and that they're going to have to see. So you might as well just get used to it right now, that a lot of people will see it, but they're all medical professionals, and this is what they do. So don't be embarrassed by this type of thing because it is normal. So after that, they came out and said, well, you have varicocele and or varicole, I think it is. Or anyway, it's where veins, like varicose veins, are around your testicles. Well, the heat from those veins can cause your testicles to heat up, and heat is definitely not good for testicles. That can also kill sperm. So we set up to have the appointment, and most insurance covers all this, so just be prepared for that too. If you have insurance, there's a good chance if any of these types of things affect you, then your insurance will cover it. So made the appointment to have the veins removed, and hopefully that would cool down my testicles and allow them to produce sperm normally. Because what the doctor was seeing was immature sperm, so the sperm wasn't coming to full maturity. So we set up the appointment to have the varicocele done, and I'm not gonna lie, it is an operation, so you do get put under. They go in and they remove those things, and then they also check to make sure that there's no other blockages. You're completely under during this whole procedure. If you have this procedure, you're completely under during it, the whole thing. It takes about an hour for a whole thing to do, and then you go home and sleep it off. They do give you pain medicine. The pain medicine is for the pain because it does feel like you got kicked in the testicles for about 2 days. But it is something that needs to be done to make sure that there is no blockages or anything else going on that could potentially be the cause of why there's no sperm coming out. Had that done, time went by, went back in, and another semen analysis. Semen analysis still came back showing that there wasn't any sperm in my ejaculate still. While this is going on, also, I am also on medication. I've been on pills. I've been on shots. They've given me hormone shots. I will also say my testosterone was a little bit low, so a lot of the things that I've been on have been to increase my testosterone. Little time went by after taking the medications and so on, and I've had the surgeries where they've gone in and pulled some tissue from my testicle as well. There is sperm there. Again, it's just not mature sperm. Every time I ask the doctor, hey, what's the percentage if we do IVF? What is the percentage of, potential that my wife would be able to get pregnant in an IVF with the immature sperm? The good news is there is a percentage. It's about 40 to 50%, which even on a healthy male, let me take that back. I'm a healthy male. Even on somebody who doesn't have an issue with sperm, it's only about 70 or 80%. So 40 to 50% actually isn't bad for somebody who is having issues. So I had the tissue taken out, and again, that was another procedure. You're under for it. Not as bad as the first procedure as far as the recovery time. Neither one are terrible. Both of them had to be done. So the doctor says, okay, 40 to 50%. Well, I don't know if you checked, and I'm sure you have since you're looking at all this stuff, but the IVFs are about $20,000 to $25,000. So, my wife and I decided to hold off on this for now. About a year goes by, and we've decided now that we want to go ahead and, well, let me backtrack for a second. I ended up getting a tumor and had cancer and had that removed, and got it cleared up, hit my deductible on my insurance. So I said, went back to my urologist and said, hey, let's go ahead and do that again. It had been about a year and a half. Let's go ahead and do that again and see if anything has gotten better as far as am I now producing, live sperm. So he went back in and did the same thing again. But again, since I had already hit my insurance deductible, it didn't cost me anything. Still 24 to 48 hours recovery time, not an issue. Still around 50% capability. So my wife and I have decided that we are going to go ahead with the IVF cycle. During this whole time, I've also been on supplements, and if you watch my other video, you'll see the supplements I take. And again, I'm not a doctor, so I've done a lot of research on my own. So a lot of the supplements that I talk about in my other video are things that I've just researched. So feel free. I've linked everything in the description. Feel free to look at that as well and see if that's something that might be interested to you, or to find out if that's something that you'd be interested in doing. That being said, we are going through the IVF cycle now. My wife is going to be starting the shots in a week or two, and then we'll go in for sperm retrieval and egg retrieval. I plan on making a couple more videos to discuss, how these things are going, and keep you informed. And then I would also ask that, if you'd like to ask me some questions, if you're new or if you have questions, if you're a guy and you just want to know, hey, what's the situation? Was there embarrassment? Was there pain? Was there this? Was there that? Feel free to ask me below or send me a private message. I've been dealing with this now for over 10 years, and finally I'm deciding to go ahead and do something about it. Again, all I can say is don't be embarrassed and shy about it, or anything like that. You're gonna have to take that and throw it out the window. What you are wanting to do is more important than any embarrassment or things that you might feel to keep you from doing it. And that's how I feel about it. It was a difficult decision at first, but once I was able to get over the hump, now it's one of those things where it says drop your pants, I drop my pants. It's like whatever. So just know, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be doing a lot of semen analysis, a lot of blood works. None of it really hurts. You will feel some uncomfortable things. There's going to be some things that happen that are uncomfortable, but it's not the end of the world. And I think what the outcome will be well worth it. Feel free to click on the links below. And again, feel free to ask me any questions that you might have that I might be able to answer for you. I'm a real person. Also, if you'd like to donate to our cause, I'll also put that link below as well. And I look forward to hearing from you. Take care and God bless.